Who are you?
I came by and seen this house is vacant and it needs work. I'm an electrician, 11-year electrician, and I'm a construction guy. So I've seen that this place needed work, and since then I've been trying to contact the owner. Today this guy shows up. He's with the bank and he's looking to buy it. So I've been trying to talk to him about helping him out with the Florida Keys area. He's a he fixes up houses.
And who opened the door?
He did. He's with the bank.
They told me the back door was open, but they were both open when I was here last night.
Okay. Have you been inside yet?
Yes.
You have. Okay.
Yeah, I've had the house measured, so.
Let me. I'm just gonna.
Are you? Do you know this gentleman? I don't know. So your story.
So this is your car?
Yes, ma'am.
He was in his car when he got here. Not authorized to be.
Okay.
So you don't have a license.
I have a license. This is old.
What state is your current license out of? Out of Virginia. Everything's out of Virginia.
It says he has a license also. I have met before.
Yes, sir, we have.
Let's do that right there for a second.
Okay.
Any weapons in the car?
No, sir.
So why am I getting reports that you were inside the residence and you're not authorized to be?
Yesterday, when I stopped by, I looked out back to see the deck. So I've seen all this.
Stop
needs
moving.
work.
Stay against the car, please.
I've seen all this needs work. I looked out back and I noticed the deck needs work, and that's what I do. So, and then I noticed the door was unlocked, so I opened it just to check out the house, hoping, like I said, hoping it needs work, hoping that I can get on a crew or get to work.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Do you think that it's normal for you to go on somebody else's property and wander around and open doors and go inside someone's property that you don't have permission to be on or know who owns the property?
No, man, that's what I was trying to figure out. I looked up online for the public records.
Doesn't sound pretty reasonable, right?
So,
and you didn't just come here one day to do that, because we've gotten numerous complaints from the neighbors watching you climb through a window, okay, to gain access into the home. So why don't we start over, and we start with the honesty part of it,
yes, ma'am.
okay? Because I can tell you right now, it's not legal for you to do what you did,
Yes, ma'am.
okay? At the very least, it's trespassing. At the very most, it's a burglary,
Yes, ma'am.
okay? You don't own this property. There's no reason whatsoever for you to be wandering around any property, whether you think it's vacant or not, that does not belong to you for any reason whatsoever, unless you have permission.
Yes, ma'am.
So when I went out with you, we were with the canine, correct? Over at the hotel, right?
No.
You had another person in the car with you?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh, I know, I remember.
I still have his passport in my car. When we got in the city, we split up. He was a hitchhiker I picked up on the way down here.
I understand, and the dog alerted.
Yeah.
So, my point in bringing all that up is you told me you were down here for a job and you had a place to stay and all that.
That's what I've been working on. I've been skipping it in between locals, and working on work. I have one job lined up, a marine electrician. I'm also E&I, so that's electrical and instrumentation. I was thinking about getting on with Florida Power. I've also have an application in with Florida Electric, and I currently today just received a text message. I put a thing up on the local Facebook page for work, and got a hit today. He's building a floating dock, so I plan on helping him out.
Sir, when was the last time you were at this residence? Were you?
Last night, 8 o'clock to about 8:40.
You notice any other damage or anything that occurred since then or prior?
I don't think so. It's pretty shot.
The doors forced open?
I wasn't upstairs last night, so that was my first time in the side entrance there, but last night it was just the back door was wide open. This door was closed, but it was not locked.
And then who put that seal on? So that seal was across that door?
I'm assuming so, yeah. This morning it wasn't sealed.
So you opened this front door
No,
for the house?
I did not open the front door. I walked in out back to see the deck, and I noticed that it was all rotted. And that's why I'm here. I'm looking for work.
Yeah, you already said you don't have to repeat it for me. That's appreciate it. So he does not have authorization to be there.
Not for me, but like I said, I'm not the owner yet. I will be in 7 to 10 days. But Palladium Properties is the owner that sent me here.
Are you able to get in touch with anybody from Palladium Properties?
Yeah, right here.
Can we just verify? Have you spoken to anybody regarding this property
No.
that has ownership of it? No?
I looked online for the public records.
You said that, but have you actually
I've spoken to him
today?
today and yesterday? Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
This is actually Officer Holmes with Key West Police Department.
But you did not speak to him and allowing him
Good. Does anybody
to be on the
besides
property or do
gentleman
work on the
who's
property or
have
anything like that.
authorization to be in the property?
So, have you spoken to anybody
Okay.
No, man. Besides him.
and
No,
gotten
no,
permission
this residence
to be
property
on this
has to
property
be
or to do any kind of repairs
No,
to this
ma'am. I
property?
was trying to figure out the step that I would take to do so. I was thinking about going down to the city hall and talking to
So
them.
you could find out.
And,
Well, dude, here's the thing. You don't just wander onto people's property and generate your own work.
okay. I'm
I mean,
just trying
I
to
don't know
figure
how
out-
long you've been licensed doing the work that you're doing, but I'm pretty sure they cover that. You can't just wander onto people's private property, okay, whether it looks vacant or not. Just because it looks vacant doesn't mean somebody doesn't own it. Just because it's vacant doesn't mean you have rights to that property because
Nobody
it's
aside from
vacant,
this gentleman here has
okay?
permission to be on this property.
Yeah, unless the other guy is like an investor that
He's not.
my coworker just spoke to.
I'm a worker.
No, you're not a worker. You're not a worker employed by anybody
Thank
who's
you, sir. I
authorized
appreciate
over
it.
this property.
No, ma'am. I'm not.
Hey,
Okay.
thanks, man.
The neighbors have been calling numerous times regarding him crawling through the window. Yeah.
Asked the neighbor yesterday whose house it was. Told him that I was interested in fixing it up, and I was looking for the person who owned it.
But that
That's why I'm
doesn't
here.
give you permission
Yes,
to
ma'am.
be on the property.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This has been happening now for multiple days and multiple calls, which means that you didn't just come here once trying to see, okay, this property is vacant, let me make an effort to find the owner. That means you've continued to come onto this property that you're not authorized to be on.
Hoping to
And
find-
inside the property.
Hoping to find the owner. Yes, ma'am. I did put some things in there so my car wasn't all heavy. I put my hamper in there.
So all you put stuff in here.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. That won't happen again.
Okay, so you weren't here for the purpose of repairing anything.
Oh,
You were
no, I
here
am.
because
I
you were
am.
probably going to
That is why I'm here.
hang out and spend time here until somebody showed up to tell you to get out.
No,
Do they want him 10-15 or trespassed?
I don't think we can say.
You don't have anything illegal on you, right? No weapons, nothing like that? Mind if I check? All right. Turn around. Face away from me. Put your hands on the back of your head. Interlace your fingers. Nothing sharp on you. Keep your hands on the back of your head. Spread them more. I'm a short girl. Thank you. Nothing sharp that's going to poke me or stick me, right?
no, ma'am.
Well, that would be something, right? Pocket knife.
Yeah.
So when I say if you have any weapons on you, pocket knife would be a weapon. Anything sharp or going to poke me or stick me, that would be a knife. Would be one of those things, right? What is the key card for?
It's for the showers on the street.
At the docks?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you staying on a boat?
No, ma'am.
So how did you get a key card?
I spoke to the dock master.
Okay, because usually they only give those out when you're renting a slip. So if I was to call the dock master and see if you're on the list, because that's the key card, he's going to tell me yes?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't even get that far yet. Next door, the husband will be home any minute. He has his cameras all down the side and show him entering the property.
Surreptitiously?
Uh-huh. Great word. All right, now I'm going to go look and see what we have.
No worries.
May I grab my belongings?
No, not yet. It's very expensive to live here. We don't have very many resources for people that are in your situation. We only have one shelter. It's small. It's first come, first served. When they're at capacity, they're at capacity. You can't live in your car in the city, unfortunately. That's also an arrestable offense. So it's very tough down here when you are down on your luck to be able to get back up on your feet. I can think of a million other places in this state that would be much easier for you to get started, get yourself established than if you want to move on down here once you've done that. Rock on,
I
brother.
have a hamper in there with my clothes in.
Like
I
a clothes
down
hamper?
Rose Drive and-
Downstairs or upstairs?
No, downstairs. It's right here in the,
Okay, we'll grab
in
it.
the first room. Yeah, in the first room.
No tools or anything?
Nothing. I cleaned my car out yesterday, and I was like, man, I don't need to be driving around with this. I wonder if I could set it here, and that way I have a reason to come back. And if someone were to see it, they could, you know.
Okay, so being real with you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Best case scenario, you're going to get a trespass warning for the property, which means if you come back here without permission from an authorized party, you're going to be arrested. Okay?
Everything in this bag is yours?
Yes,
in this
sir.
basket is yours?
Yes, sir.
What's this?
Weed from the dispensary.
It's our favorite scent beads.
So weed from the dispensary, your medical marijuana cards?
Yes, no, I do not.
You do not.
That is the scent beads.
Is there anything else illegal in here?
No, sir.
Dude, you're killing us. Christ almighty. All right.
Oh man, I could explain that.
Yeah, go ahead, I'm listening.
Walk in there. I was checking out the house.
Uh-huh.
I opened up a cupboard. There's some stuff in it. I've been thinking about calling you guys.
Remember me asking you if
Yes, sir.
everything in that was yours?
Yes, sir. But yes, sir.
Do me a favor. Don't do anything
Okay.
stupid.
I'm not a
Okay.
stupid guy. I'm a smart guy. That's probably
I-
why this is happening.
So I'm going to test this and what's it going to be.
I don't know what it is. Honestly, I don't know. To the truth, I don't know what it is.
Go ahead. I'll do it. I have a multi.
Yeah, I have them up in the back of my
I would just.
Just
for
do me
now?
a favor, turn around.
Yeah.
I'm just going to detain you for momentarily. Do you have anything in the car?
90's got one detained.
No weapons?
No, he had a pocket knife. I've got that on me.
So we're just gonna, don't lean against it. You don't want to scratch your paint.
It's already scratched up.
Smells like weed, but that's not weed. Yeah, well, inside the jar. It's a medical marijuana container. I'm gonna go pull my car up.
I also have one in the back of mine.
You have a multi-test?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Up on top. Copy.
Another one? Come on, man.
And then there's other kits in here too if we need to get more specific.
All right, I'm just gonna start this one with the multi, and we'll see what we got. It's foaming like crazy. He got super nervous the second
Oh,
we
yeah.
opened that. That's why
He
I
said he
was
didn't
like,
think we were going to open it.
I was like,
'Cause
dude, don't do anything dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
He goes,
you could see him already wringing his hands and starting to rock. I was like,
he's like, I thought you were going to not check, open it. That's why I told you it was from a dispensary.
no reaction is
Yep.
methamphetamines, and no reaction on this side is cocaine. On the second count, so let's run a meth.
3429 Eagle.
We may want to call out because this is a pretty good amount. Positive on your end?
Yes, it's already turned it.
Yep. And positive for methamphetamine. Got dark purple specks.
Yeah. Sorry for SIU.
He said there's a ton more of it in the kitchen cupboard. The right top, you said?
Right top. Top right.
Holmes. I'm gonna
You
give.
may want to come in.
Okay.
Are you rolling?
Yes, I am. I was gonna say I was gonna give Sarge a call just to.
He's got a whole.
That? That looks like
Salt.
salt. That's not what's in those containers. Show me here.
Could you imagine that that's actually what that is?
Single story chain link
There's no, yeah, no way, dude.
looks to be kind of like coral colored almost. It's just what I got off of Google Maps.
Did he say where specifically?
The right cabinet, that one.
Apparently told the RP.
So that looks like Himalayan
Yeah.
sea salt.
So those two big blocks you're talking
Yep,
about?
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I found.
Yeah.
That's where I got that from.
He said that's where he got that from.
That's where he got that from. In both of those little containers.
Put them in the back of my car.
Okay. So that
He's got stuff in his car.
Okay.
When you come
We'll
to the
get
front of
to
the car, there'll be a camera recording the entire time, audio and visual.
So get the other foot in. There's a little crease here. There you go. See that?
Having these rights in mind, are you willing to answer my questions?
I mean, it depends on the question, but yeah.
Okay, you can change your mind at any time. Talking to you, you said that container contained marijuana
Yes,
from the
sir.
dispensary.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then,
Just trying to avoid all of this.
because to your knowledge, what is that?
I have a vague idea what it is.
Which is
and
what?
it's not legal. So
Which is what?
It's probably like some sort of methamphetamine.
Methamphetamine? Okay, give me a second.
Zach, how you doing?
How you doing today?
Quick question.
So,
You're a meth user?
no,
You're not a meth user?
I'm not, no.
Have you ever used it before? Like you just don't use it regularly?
I had one time when I was 16. Yeah. One time when I was 16, I came to Miami one time, and I came to Miami for New Year's, and a guy handed it to me. And then I thought it was strange, because he just handed it to me. And then I ended up losing it, which is weird, because I was like, man, I don't need this in my life. So I lost it. And then that was a month ago, and I left Miami just because I didn't like Miami. It was too fast for me. I'm from the country. And I'm an 11-year electrician, prior military, Boy Scout. Hell, I was baptized when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
Came down here looking at, just like I was walking from the beach, and I seen that this house needed work. So I walked in the back porch, and I walked in the back, checking out the house, you know, see what kind of work it needed. And I didn't see nothing off at all for the first time I walked in there. And then I checked out upstairs, and that's all normal. I was just sitting there thinking about what I would do to it. You know, I was talking to him about like a floor plan or a paint plan that I was thinking about doing. And something told me to open up the cupboard, and I opened up the cupboard, and that's what it was, 2 bricks of whatever the hell that stuff is. At first I thought they were rocks, and I was like, man, that's not a rock. Initially I dropped it, and I was like, man, when I was in Miami, I was like, man, f this, I'm going to look for gold, you know? That's why I got a whole bunch of tools, but I ended up getting the hammer and the chisel.
Okay.
And this is after I met that guy, too.
All right.
And I was thinking that I was going to get some gold. That's what I was planning on doing. I was looking online. People were finding gold at like streams and stuff. I seen a brick, and I got to thinking about it, and I was thinking about calling you guys. And I was like, man, I don't know if that's a good idea. I said, hell, they might probably take his mind or something. Then I'm like, it'd be the best idea, you know, it'd be the best thing. And somehow I talked myself into just grabbing some of it and leaving it. Because I don't want, you know, it could be somebody's, you know?
Yeah.
Immediately.
What do you think it was?
Know? Well, initially I was looking at it, I was thinking it was rocks, and I was thinking about like, why would they be here, you know, like in this house. I looked up online, like what it would look like. I was thinking that one of them was like a molly. Yeah, so
So the stuff that
just
like
out of
little
curiosity,
container
I grabbed some, yeah. And
so that's what's in the containers. What broke off the edges?
What
of
broke
those.
off the edges of the
Okay.
thing? Well,
Did you ever ingest any of it, or use any of it, or try any of it?
I put some on my mouth, and it tasted like salt. It tasted like
like
salt.
Okay.
That's all it tasted like.
Did you ever feel any type of
No, I
any
didn't. Nothing.
feelings of effects of it?
That's what I was thinking would happen, but I didn't feel nothing to notice any difference.
All right, give me a couple minutes. All right, there's
All right.
Watch your foot. I want to mention a little bit.
Anything else in that basket I need to know about?
No, nothing in the basket, no.
What about in the car?
There's an Advil bottle with some in it, too.
Same stuff?
Same stuff, yeah. Center console.
And you got that from the same area?
Same spot, yeah. Same thing.
What's the scale for?
I got that in Miami.
You straight?
I mean, I got it for weed. I mean, I wasn't planning on selling it, nothing like that. Just like
You have any weed in the
for
car?
when someone. No, I got no weed in the car.
Trunk or anything?
Nowhere. I have no weed in the car.
Okay.
The man was charged with 2 misdemeanor trespassing offenses. The case is still pending, and although officers suspected drugs at the scene, the arrest report mentions only trespassing.